Something very strange is happening on Mars. For the first time, an eerie green glow has been detected in the sky, in the night sky of Mars. And this is what it looks like. This is an artist's interpretation of what the sky might look like on a clear Martian night using a real picture of the surface of Mars by nasa.jpg's caltech. For the first time, a soft green glow has been detected in the night sky of Mars that we'd be able to see with our human eyes as it orbits Mars. The European Space Agency ESA ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter mission has spotted the Martian night sky glowing in light in the optical spectrum, and as the light is so bright in the polar regions that the human explorers might even be able to use it to see if the night is clear of clouds. These observations are expected and interesting for future trips to the Red Planet, says planetary scientist Jean-Claude Girard, University of Liège in Belgium. Actually, night glow is a relatively common phenomenon in the atmospheres of the solar system. A number of things can cause our atmosphere to emit its own light at night, but few things more than our own sun. During the day, sunlight splits apart molecules in the process called photodissociation. However, on the night side of the atmosphere, away from the harsh radiation of the sun, the loose atoms can recombine into molecules, releasing their excess energy as photons as they do so. Here on Earth, the night glow is visible from space as layers of green, golden, and even reddish light. We're talking about the northern and southern lights, the auroras, depending on the molecules involved. But on other planets, things that are a little less spectacular, at least to human eyes. The night glow on Venus is infrared. On Jupiter, the glow is more ultraviolet and apparently variable. On Mars, infrared and ultraviolet night glow have been seen. Scientists have even seen day glow caused by the atmospheric absorption and release of energy from the solar radiation in the visible spectrum on Mars, although you would not be able to see it yourself as a Mars explorer. Daylight is simply too bright. But no night glow spectrum has been observed so far in the visible domain, the researchers write. Scattered solar light hinders such measurements from Earth's ground, and no spaceborne instrument has observed the Mars visible night glow. Well, that's until now. Intrigued by the discovery of infrared and ultraviolet night glow and visible and ultraviolet day glow on Mars, Girard and his colleagues studied data from the Trace Gas Orbiter, pointing the instruments at the edge of the atmosphere, looking for signs of night glow across ultraviolet and visible wavelengths. And they found it. Between altitudes of 40 and 60 kilometers, that's 25 to 37 miles, visible night glow is spotted in the South Pole during its Martian winter. And this, the researchers say, is the result of oxygen atoms transported from the sunny Martian day combining into a dioxygen, O2, emitted a glow in the process, one bright enough to be seen from the ground. Now we don't actually have any humans on the ground on Mars. Space agencies are working on it, but it's a little way off yet. More immediately, though, the discovery of visible night glow has some interesting scientific inferences. And that's because atmospheric glows of all kinds are tracers of atmospheric chemistry, circulation, and processes. Mars only has a very thin atmosphere, as we know, and figuring out what it's in it can help us figure out why and where the rest of the Martian atmosphere went to. That can help us figure out why some worlds are lovely and habitable, like our Earth, and how some end up otherwise, which is of interest to scientists looking for habitable worlds elsewhere in the galaxy. And of course, knowing how the temperature on Mars works is something that will benefit those future explorers. This O2 night glow should be observable from a Martian orbiter as well as from the Martian surface with the naked eye under clear sky conditions, the researchers write. These observations have paved the way to future global observations of the Martian atmospheric circulation with simpler, lower crust instrumentation. Can't argue with that. And this is research published on Nature Astronomy. This is by Science Alert by Michelle Starr. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.